welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. It is the final word on the game last night against Sheffield United. The player ratings show, we're going to be rating each of the Southampton players in this episode of the final word here on the channel. Thank you for joining in. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you get involved. There is a link on the chat. At the top of the chat, it's a pinned link. So if you want to head through, we won't do the ratings just yet. I've done my ratings, then we'll have a look at yours, and it'd be quite a nice little surprise. It's a really good way to make this show work. So make sure you do get involved. Go do your player ratings. We'll talk about the game before we break it all down and do the player ratings. Right. It was good to get a win, wasn't it? Really, really good to get a win. Though I thought there's a bit of a mixed bag in some of my comments actually on the videos, and I've been looking today. Someone said, "Oh, a little bit negative. We won," but I have to go on and say I didn't think Sheffield United were great last night. I thought they were really poor. I expected a lot more from Sheffield United. I thought they would be far better. They didn't cause us any problems in the first half at all. I thought it was quite an easy sort of first 45 minutes for Jack Stevens, who's not played for weeks. Taylor Harwood-Bellis. And the back four, I thought the back four looked good. I was pleased with the back four. And everybody in the chat, everyone in the comments, across all my content since it went out last night, everyone's loving the back four. Will he keep it at the weekend? I think it'd be interesting to see what he does against Portsmouth, because maybe in a derby, you almost go as far to say that playing with a more compact side's maybe the way to go, but I do think the back four worked well. I thought Yellett did all right at right back. I watched the highlights back again this morning. I've watched the highlights when I got in, and I've watched the extended highlights again this morning. Make sure you get your player votes in. That link is pinned. Get involved nice and quickly. Give you sort of 5 or 6 minutes before we start breaking down the individual performances. But I thought Sheffield United were poor. I'll be totally honest, and it was a game that we should be winning with the squad at our disposal. Cienza's goal was good, but took a wicked deflection, didn't it? It was a wicked deflection. He proper spiced up off of the defender, and in the back of the net it went. There is a full link to somebody saying where's Stevens on the list. That's just the man of the match displays. I've picked out a few players that I've put in there. I haven't included Jack Stevens in my player of the match, but you can rate every single player by following the link which is pinned to the chat. Vote now. There's a little finger pointing towards the vote now. The stream builder who create this software for us for the channel, and you can get involved and get voting on each player. But make sure you do each player, because it makes it far better if everybody does each player. Right, back to the game. The match stats are on the right-hand side on that carousel. Saints have 54% of the possession compared to the 46 of Sheffield United. 15 shots for Saints, 16 for Sheffield United, and the majority of those come in the second half because they didn't do anything in the first half. Saints just had the 3 shots on target, 4 from Sheffield United. Corners, 6. We had 6, they had 7, so they've edged a few of the stats there. But I think Saints had the bigger of the chances, the better of the chances, and probably should have walked in 2 or 3-0 up at halftime. Saints should have totally and utterly buried the game in the first half, but weren't quite clinical enough. There's loads of positives to pull out of it. I don't think there's people saying, "Oh, you're a bit negative." There's not loads of negatives. I'm just saying that Sheffield United were a bit crap last night. I didn't think they were very, very good, and we absolutely should be beating Sheffield United. And man for man, we have a better side, man for man against Portsmouth, and we should beat them. But football does throw up funny results every now and then. So I will start going through some of your chat. We missed so many chances, says Tim, and we did, Tim. We missed a lot of big chances. Leo could have had a hat-trick last night quite comfortably. I think Azaz is just out of form at the moment. He's not in that vein of form that he was in that purple patch that he had. If the goal was about 10 foot wider, he would have probably had 6 in 2 games. Just a lot. It's just not hitting the target, scratching a lot wide. And sometimes you get that, don't you? You just kind of get that form when you just kind of run out of form. But I've got to say, we missed a lot of chances. What else do we have? Yeah, I was impressed with the back four, though. I liked it. I thought it was good. First time we played it, we started with it since Portsmouth at home. I think Chris said last night, I'm not sure if I'm right in saying, controversial Chris said last night in fan cam, our last clean sheet at home was against Portsmouth in the derby. Seems like a long time ago. Gavin Bazunu in goal that day. He picked up a nasty injury, apparently, whilst he's been at Stoke City. I read yesterday it was his ACL, but there's no confirmation that he's done his ACL. I read it was going to be out for around 6 weeks. Try and find out a little bit more about that in the next couple of days. Sheffield United didn't really give it a go. I totally agree with this comment from CRS. I totally agree with that. If they tried, they would have beaten us. They were rubbish in the first half. They were really poor. The fact that they flew down the night before, you thought they'd been well prepped for it. I thought their midfield got overran by Yander and Downs, and they didn't have to do a lot in there, really, to run the game. Yander had a far better game last night for Saints. But Adam Blackmore was speaking on Going Home with Adam and Joe, and he was asked Joe Tesson if he thought Yander was a little bit lightweight for the Championship. I thought that was quite an interesting point. He's quite a lightweight player, but I've got to say, when we're talking about players, Shay Charles looks like he's really bulked up in the gym. I watched him warm up last night, then he come on. He looks a bit more, I don't know if anyone else knows it. I thought he looked he looked muscly, like his upper frame looked muscly. His legs looked really muscly. So I just thought he looked like a guy that's really utilised his time being injured. I'd actually like to sit down and interview him in the next couple of weeks. I've put a request in to the club to do it, actually, whether they'll allow it, but I have asked them whether I can go in and sit in and talk with Shay Charles. I'd like to talk to him about his rehab, what it's like being injured as a footballer, and how he's got back to where he is. Talking about getting back to where he was, Ross Stewart was a massive plus for us last night. I thought he played really well, held the ball up well. He was lovely in the way that he built play, and I actually thought by having him last night, having him let the ball stick and playing with the two wingers, Cienza and Fellows, it allowed them to get up the field a bit more, and they occupied the two fullbacks. Blackmore said it in commentary when I was listening to it, and it actually allowed us to get up the field a bit more. And like you say, the fullbacks were wary. I thought both fullbacks were on toast all night for Sheffield United because of the performance of the Fellows is not finding the back of the net. He's not scored since the final day of the Championship campaign last time round for West Bromwich Albion. He's not scored this season yet. But Cienza, he scores again last night. His first goal of 2026 this year. Not obviously this season, but I thought they were both a real threat. The pair of them were a real threat. Leo will take the plaudits because of the goal that he scored. And his shirt was muddier than anyone else's shirt. The pitch was wet and heavy. And he spent so much time making tackles and big challenges. And you know what he does? He just gives 110%. And I think someone like him, I think Leo will be massive in the dressing room ahead of the derby. I think he'd be really, really important. Really, really important. I'm going to end the player of the match poll because we're gonna come on to the player ratings very, very shortly. Interesting. Leo's run away with the player of the match. So your player of the game last night was Leo Cienza. He's first. Wellington come in with 21% of the votes. Ross Stewart 13%, and Tom Fellows didn't get any votes whatsoever, though. Not many of you have voted on that. There's only around 66 votes on that. There's a lot more votes actually on the player ratings. So what we'll do now is we'll come on to those player ratings. We're going to pop them up onto your screen as well, so you can get involved and see it. We've got the viewer rating, and we've also got my rating on the screen as well. Right, before we do get into the player ratings, a massive shout out to our sponsor, D&S Carpets. A massive shout out to D&S Carpets for supporting the channel. And if you need carpet on the Isle of Wight, they are your go-to place for carpet. Dave and his team there are absolutely brilliant. Check out the matchday vlog from yesterday and you will see a little glimpse of inside our new sponsors. Also being supported by Quackers down in Southampton. Right, we're going to start with our goalkeeper, Daniel Peretz, and he makes a big save last night with his feet. I thought it was a good save, actually. And my dad had texted me not long before and said to me, "Oh, Martin," goes, "I'm a bit worried about the goalkeeper." He said, "He flaps a bit. He comes and punches a lot, and then he goes and makes a massive save, and he did, and it was vital at the time. He makes a save in the first half, and every save he seems to make at the moment." Oh, Baz wouldn't have made that. Gav wouldn't have made that. And I was just like, it's a really unfair criticism constantly at Gavin Bazunu. And I wish I'd stopped reading it on X. Wish fans would stop. Baz wouldn't have saved that. He might have done. Bazunu's, everyone's just written the bloke off. I feel really sorry for Bazunu, by the way. He's gone out on loan to play some football and he's picked up an injury. He has no luck at all, does Gavin Bazunu. But for me, it's a 6 out of 10 performance because he makes 2 big saves last night. Yes, he comes and punches a lot. He doesn't catch everything. But he organises his defence and he talks a lot. That's one thing I would say about him. I think he's so vocal and he talks a lot during the game. And it's good to have a goalkeeper like that. And I kept reading tweets last night and comments in the videos and whatever. I say, oh, McCarthy's the best keeper at the club. It gets a bit boring. He's the number 1. And I thought he did well last night. So going to give him a 6 out of 10. You've gone for a 6.5 out of 10. So we're quite close on that. Tim said it's a 7 for the goalkeeper. I thought we played better than we have. Just let's see what happens Sunday against Portsmouth. Hopefully another win. Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, Tim's gone with a 7 for Daniel Peretz, the goalkeeper. 2 big saves from him. On to our next player. It is Ellis Yellette, who played at right back. And look, this is good. There's loads of votes on the ratings, by the way. So thank you very much for getting involved in the ratings. About 130 odd votes on average per player, which is not bad. Ellis Yellette, I thought, did all right last night. He's quite short. But we both given him a 6. You've gone for a 6 and I've gone for a 6. Linked up while we're fellows. And I think a few people said that early on in the stream this evening. But really, really good. Really, really good that he's linking up. It's good to see him get a start, get a bit of game time. Will he keep his spot at Fratton Park? Be interesting to see if we stick with that back 4. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching live, thank you very much indeed. If you are watching on catch up, just give us all your thoughts and all your opinions in the chat below. And there was a great comment here actually from Roy. Peretz needs time to settle in, and I totally agree with you, Roy. And he is settling nicely. He's moved to another country. It's never easy. Tim's saying he's gone with a 6.5 for Ellis Yellette. So we've all gone pretty much with a 6. So we're all on the same page. I love this. Taylor Harbour-Bellis. Average viewer rating 6.4. I've gone with a 7. I think he's been our best centre-back under Eckert. And him and Stevens weren't really tested last night. There was one mix-up between Harbour-Bellis and Ellis Yellette late on, which let Patrick Bamford in. And Bamford should do better. When you watch it back, Bamford should do better. Mark was with me on the boat coming back last night. He's in the chat and he said the same. Yeah, Bamford should probably do better there. I've gone with a 7. You've gone with a 6.4. I've been a bit more generous than you, the fans. We move on to Jack Stevens. Came back in to captain the side last night and said he's not played a lot of football. I thought he did all right. I thought he did okay. He didn't set the world alight. I think he'd keep his spot for the game against Portsmouth just because he's captain. And yeah, I just think he'd probably be needed on the field. The sort of play you need in those games. Someone said Bellis was average, nothing special. I'd give him a 6. He was on Sky Sports News today. He was talking about his father-in-law to be, Roy Keane. But Yellette needs a run of games, says Tim. Bellis definitely has got a pass him. His distribution's really good as a central defender. And I think that I was asked today, do I think he'd go back and play in the Premier League? And I think he's still young, so he's got plenty of time to develop. You don't become the England under-21 captain for the period of time that he was and not be the real deal. He's just been playing in a side that have not been that good. Right, brings us on nicely to Wellington. I went with a 7, but it's put it in a 6.9, but it is a 7 from me. A 7 point. I put a 7 in, it's gone 7.5. You've gone with a 6.9. I thought it was a good performance from Wellington at left back. Linked up well with his Brazilian counterpart in Cienza, and I thought the duel that he won in the build up to the goal, Tom Fallows has come across and it's got intercepted, and he makes a good tackle to break the play up and then to release Leo Cienza to go on and score. So he's got an assist last night, and I thought his all-round performance at left back was very good. A lot of people were saying he's a massive upgrade on Ryan Manning. Would love your opinion and thoughts on that. Get involved. Give me your opinion. Give me your thoughts. Is he a massive upgrade? Lots of people talking about that Brazilian link up, but it was superb work from the two of them last night. Will he keep his spot against Pompey? I'm not sure he will. I've got a feeling that as much as everyone dislikes him, but Manning will come back in. And I have to talk about Ryan Manning. He got booed when he came on pretty heavily by the northern end when he came on to last night. Right, we go on to Tom Fallows. I've gone with a 7. You've gone with a 6.8. The only thing he's missing from his game is a goal. And that is what he needs more now than anything else. He needs a goal. And I think when he does find it, he might go on and find a few more. And what a place to go and score your first Saints goal and your first goal of the season at Fratton Park in a derby. We'd love to see him do that. He's on early doors, actually, with Matt Letizia, Tom Deacon and Casper Yander. Well worth a watch on the club's official website. That dropped this afternoon. I did watch a few bits of it, but Tom Fallows, very much looking forward to the derby like we all are. Tom Fallows, average rating 6.8 from you, the viewer, the fan, 7 from me. Casper Yander, one of his best games in recent weeks. Would you agree? Thought he's better last night, a bit more energy about him. I think his position maybe comes under a bit more pressure now. Maybe that's a reason he was better last night and he stepped his game up a bit. He looked tired over Christmas, and I think with Charles available, he wouldn't have played anywhere near the football that he did. The average viewer rating 6.7. I've gone with 7. His best performance in probably 6 or 7 weeks. Really good from him. Good to see him back at it. It's a big one, though, for him at the weekend. Will he keep his spot in midfield, or will he go with Downs and Shay Charles? There's decisions to be made. I think Eckert's got a lot of headaches going into the derby, and that's only a good thing. So the people that have come in are putting pressure on, and there's players coming back from injury. Stewart, Charles makes a big difference. Flynn Downs, average viewer rating 6.2. I gave him a 6. Thought he had a far better night last night. I thought he covered a fair bit of ground, and he was a bit better on the ball last night. And he went to look to go forward a bit, even though his first forward pass did go out of play. But all in all, it's a better performance from him. But they did have a bit of a freedom of the park, the two midfielders. St. Yatesy says Wellington needs to play big in the tackle. Yeah, we were talking about it last night. And we were talking about the emotion of it. He's been sent off once last night, and I wonder if that'll play in Eckert's mind. A few more comments on Tom Fallows. I'm loving Fallows' runs down the wing. Yeah, he's got so much energy, and he's got a real... He's so class to run with the ball at the pace he runs at. He said in early doors that it's like you think you're going to fall over, but he's just so quick and so fluid. He's got... A friend of mine said to me the other day, he rates him more than Cienza. I just think he's quicker than Leo. He's a lot faster than Leo. Leo just has more end product. Leo has better on end product. And if he can go on and find end product, he's going to be absolutely tops Fallows. But he's a player that progressed with us and get better with us. Downs, 6 from me, 6.2 from you, the viewer. Comment there on Leo Cienza. Cienza is good at winning fouls. He's the most intelligent player about in the football team. He's the best player in the championship in that position. I think he is. I think he's brilliant. He was in the team of the week at the weekend, and we were absolutely poop. And he's still in there. Disappointed with the booing of Danny Ings. Not good. The man is a Saints fan at the end of the day, and a lot of people will call him a snake. A lot of people will say that he had opportunities to come back and he didn't do it because of money. When he's finished his career, one thing we will do on this channel is go and interview Danny Ings if he will allow me. We will go and interview Danny Ings and talk about his career, and we will find out how many opportunities he had to come back to Saints. But for me, we can't like, I would never boo an ex-player returning. And Like it's all like hearsay. We don't really know. I don't know what's going on, so it's hard for me to start commenting like deeply on it, whether he did have opportunity to come back or not. I was told in the summer he wanted to come back this summer, and I don't think it worked out for whatever reason, but I was told he wanted to come back. The thing about Ings, when he was here, it was his best form of his career. He just didn't go on after that and really kick on. His legs have gone now. He never played for Saints again. But when he come back, he scored. He's in history, and we will see his goal at Fratton Park and the knee slide in front of the Milton. We will see that for years to come. Iconic moments, and how much that meant to him. The 2 goals that he scored down at Pompey. But I do agree with Tim. We do things for money, and like our football career is really short. I've worked in the game, and I've been around a lot of footballers, so I know how they think and how their careers are really short, and they just max it out while they can. They can't get mortgages when they stop playing football. And a lot of players, not everybody's on big money. Ings was lucky, went on to earn big money. But as a footballer, it's really difficult to borrow money and stuff once they stop playing. It's just how it is. They see them as high risk individuals. But I know they earn a huge amount of money. But then their outgoings are probably big as well. But they do earn stupid sums of money. He was brilliant at Pompey. He was, and I'll never forget him for it. And that's why I can't boo him, because that knee slide down in front of the Milton that time, it was just iconic moment. It's a picture of what I need to get on the wall. Actually, it needs to go up on the wall behind me, because it was a wonderful moment. Right, Flynn Downs, we've gone off on a bit of a tangent. I'm bringing the comments in as we go. We will be live for another probably 15 minutes or so. We're not going to be that long this evening. Total Saints is live at 7 p.m. They've got a live. I think it's live. They've got a show at St Mary's tonight. I was going to go, but I didn't. I've got content to film this evening. Right, Leo Cienza. I've given him an 8. He's my highest rated player. The viewer rating 7.8. Does anyone beat this? In the poll online, he was the player of the match. Leo Cienza, the goal scorer last night. I thought he was great again. And brilliant article. I will share it on my X feed in a short while. Really good article in The Guardian with him. And he spoke about how he suffered with depression after he lost his father before he went over to Sweden. His story is really, really powerful, and had the pleasure of interviewing him as well. And it was just, he is as nice a man as he is on the field. He is absolutely a phenomenal human being. Finazaz, very low rating. Look at that. We've all gone with the same. I've gone with a 5. You've gone with a 5. I thought it was a really poor performance last night from... I didn't see Leo's booking last night because it was right the other side, but I need to go back and look at it. Yeah, he is, mate. He's still available. Be interesting to see, Mark. We will cover it on the channel. Over the weekend, we will have a transfer show Saturday, and also a build up to the game on Saturday as well. 2 live streams on Saturday. There's one at 8 p.m. and there will be one in the morning as well. So a couple of live streams over the weekend in the build up to the Portsmouth game. I don't have a ticket for the Portsmouth game. I bought a lot of my tickets I get off of friends and other people, and I haven't bought them on my own account, which it's my own fault. So I'm not going to the game the weekend. I feel a bit sad about it. For the first time today, I felt a little bit sad about it, not going. But I am going to do a watch-along live from home, unless anything changes, which it won't. But I do feel a bit sad I'm not going. Then it got me this morning. I felt a bit down for like 2 hours this morning. Ross Stewart, he's got a 7 from me, 7 from you, the viewer. Great performance from him. I spoke about it a short while ago. I thought he was really good last night. Gives him a selection headache going into the game, I think, on Sunday. Jack Stevens was outstanding last night. Totally agree with Justin on this one. He had a really good performance. And that's why I think, Justin, he has to start in the game at Portsmouth, just because you need that. It just rally him together and maybe see us through those tough moments, because there will be moments in the game. They will have moments. There will be spells where they will be on top. and he'd be important. I just think him and Harwood Bellis, they're the two most experienced centre-backs, aren't they? And as a combination, they're the ones. Dreadful, Roy. Absolutely. Another crap ref last night. How many crap refs have we had this season? Dear me. The one Saturday was appalling. Probably worse than last night's ref. But the standard, as Tim Loader said, is worse than ever. And I totally agree with that. It's been absolutely appalling. Right, Ross Stewart was good at holding the ball up. Yeah, he was good last night. It was a great performance. Really good performance. We did talk about a number 9, and it's the perfect way. I just hope that we don't rest all our hopes on Ross. Now he's back and fit, thinking, oh yeah, we don't need anyone. Because we still do. Because I'm not convinced that he'll stay fit long term. He will pick up niggles. Stewart has a massive incentive to score us goals. Yeah, he could. You're absolutely right. He could go with Scotland to the World Cup if he goes on a run. And you wouldn't put it past him scoring at Fratton Park at the weekend. I think he's getting a nod in his start. He's a really intelligent player. And he wants to pay everyone back because he's had a horrific time here. And I really do believe that he will come good and he will get Saints goals. I loved his performance last night. Ryan Manning come on as a sub. You've gone with a 4.6. I'm gone with a 5. Adam Armstrong, rumours of him still potentially wanting to leave or looking at his options. There's no proof of it, but there's press reports. We've both gone for the same. 5.1 from me. 5 from me, 5.1 from you, the viewer. Nathan Wood didn't get along. It's really not applicable. Shay Charles come on and got booked last night. I've gone with the 6. You've gone with the 6 as the average viewer rating. Great to have him back, isn't it? Mark was saying in the fan chat we had at the end last night how good it is to have him back. Jay Robinson is a 5, come on late in the game. And that wraps up our player ratings for the game last night. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a great system, isn't it, to be able to do this and to be able to do it live as well is the way to do this player rating show. We will do the player rating show after Sunday's game at some stage during the afternoon. So what we will do is I'll do the watch along for the Portsmouth game. We'll do the build up, the watch along, the reaction, and then at some stage, but we will do the player rating show. So we will stream pretty much all afternoon on Sunday. And what I will do is I have said already, if there's a couple of you that want to come on and we'll do a bit of a call-in show after the derby, I will send a link out and some of you guys can come on if you want to come on and have your say. We'll have the usual chat rolling in the chat box, and we will go through the chat. We will get you involved and we will react to everything that happens in the derby. I'm very well, thank you. How do we vote? It's in the link which is pinned to this video. I do it for every game. If you keep an eye out, if you're not following me on Facebook, please do go and follow me on Facebook. I create 2 or 3 daily stories, video content, shorts. It's a great community that we've built there as well. And a lot of people here on YouTube going over to Facebook as well and getting involved. I always pop a link on there as well. So you can definitely get involved in the player ratings for every single game. It's very interactive. I'm loving your new format, Martin. Keep on going. I will do. Absolutely, I will do. And we will get more guests on the channel as well. I think once we get the game out of the way Sunday, I've got plans to bring guests on. We just need to be able to start pulling that all together. Great doing the rating show. Interesting to see the varied views of players. I love to see like the average viewer ratings, really interesting. And the numbers have been really good, and the amount of people that do interact and do get involved. It's fantastic. Yeah, we will get you on, my friend. We will get you on. I absolutely appreciate your kind comments as well. Thank you, Martin. Great content. Will be an interesting game Sunday. It will be. I will be here live. I will be watching it from my studio, and we will we'll react to it as it unfolds. I'll get all your chatting as well. Share it with a friend as well. I just want to give it one last big push. I'm approaching at the moment 8,000 subs. I would absolutely love 8,000 subs for the weekend. Subscribers, it's absolutely free. Costs nothing to be a subscriber of the channel, and it helps push the channel to a far bigger reach. And if you want a bit of extra content and you want to support the channel, you can do so over on Patreon or by taking a YouTube membership out. It's £1.99. And the vlogs that I do and a lot of the content, I do it ad-free. So you don't see any of the YouTube adverts. It's ad-free to members. The vlog that I did last night with Ellie, you can go and watch it with no adverts in it for as little as £1.99 a month, and I think it's phenomenal value for money. I really do. Josh is in the live, coming from the enemy territory. I'm nervous for the game. How do you feel, Josh? Do you think we'll go there and win? I think I got a sneaky feeling. I feel a bit more confident after last night, but I do think that we have a great chance. We've got a far better team than they've got. Far the better team. Thank you, Martin. Great content. It will be an interesting game on Sunday. It absolutely will be, for sure. I'm looking forward to covering it all, and I'm looking forward to bringing you reaction as it unfolds. And yeah, just making it really inclusive for every single one of you. Right, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this show this evening. That wraps up the player ratings and the final word on last night's game. I will be back with some more. Won't be any content tomorrow, Friday. I'm actually going to give myself a day off because it's a long day tomorrow. I've got work 9 till 4. Got a couple of hours off. Then I'm working in a bar tomorrow night. So it's a long day tomorrow. So no content tomorrow, unfortunately. But we'll be back with some content on Saturday morning show. We're going to do a breakfast show. Not done a breakfast show for ages. Stay tuned. I'll let you know what time it's going to be. It's probably going to be like a 9 o'clock breakfast show. And then will be a live stream in the evening as well. So a couple of shows to get yourself into. Might try and find myself a special guest for Saturday morning if I can. Everybody's saying hopefully we can get out there and avoid defeat. Absolutely. That is how I feel. Right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's been great to have you here. Great to have you tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're up to. Take care. Goodbye. And I'll see you soon.